There's something that I have a clear lack of sympathy for that I think most of us, like 99% of the nation, have a clear lack of sympathy for, and every human being should have an internalized instinctive ability to sense out people who use and exploit other people for profit. I'm talking about the United Healthcare incident again, but I am going to be speaking on what the CEO of United Health Group, Andrew Whitty, posted to his company during a video chat or a video call. This is kind of an interesting situation because I was looking online for this and I actually really couldn't find many videos of it on YouTube, even though I'm pretty sure it did go fairly viral, I think, to a degree. So, I literally typed in, really at the top here, I said, Andrew Whitty response to shooting. And, well, I mean, there's this is it right here, but you can tell this was obviously recorded from somebody, on a screen. And just looking for, more of this, there's just none of it. I can't really find anything else. I don't think this was exactly a public statement, but it's definitely pretty strange. Let's take a look at it. This is the CEO of United Health Group. It's the parent company to United Healthcare.
Good afternoon, everybody. I wanted to take this opportunity to give you a brief update on the very tragic events of yesterday where we lost our very close and valued friend, colleague, Brian Thompson. You've all read the news reports, and I know you will have seen the various updates from across the organisation, but I wanted to take this opportunity to just give you a little bit more information about what we're doing at this time. First and foremost, I want to reiterate just how immeasurably sad the tragic passing of Brian really is. To his family, to his friends, to all of his work colleagues, and frankly, to the American healthcare industry.
Yeah, his death is super tragic to the American healthcare industry. He definitely did a lot of great things for a lot of people, denying claims and stopping them from getting the medical assistance that they need. Yeah, I actually think it's something along the lines of 33% or something, close to 35, 30-something% of claims denied, which is, it's fucking mind-boggling because people spend their entire life, they'll spend fucking decades paying into insurance just for this one moment, for this one time or a few times where you will need it to live, and they will do everything tooth and nail to try to get out of doing it.
Brian was an innovator and somebody who endlessly put patient interest first to try and improve healthcare for everybody.
Yeah, did you hear that? Patient interest first. I think he's talking about the wrong kind of interest. All right, so let's be honest here. This guy is completely out of touch. He has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. He's trying to do some serious mental gymnastics or mental manipulation. I don't think he genuinely believes what he's saying. I don't think he genuinely believes it. I think what he genuinely believes is that he's trying to manipulate his people and trying to keep it locked down so that people actually continue to believe in their company or whatever, yada, yada, yada. Don't believe what everybody else is saying kind of bullshit, which is absolutely asinine to try and manipulate people into not believing that he's an evil corporate CEO that has literally been deliberately trying to stop people from getting the medical help that they need because they want to save money and keep their profits.
We all feel a great sense of loss, and I think today we're shattered by that in terms of the reality of knowing that he's not here with us now.
Notice how he said we. He said we feel shattered. We had this great sense of loss. He says we. It's about us coming together, right? We're not alone. We are strong together, right? He's trying to rally people to be on his side of the border here, and it's not something that is going to happen. It's something that even Ben Shapiro himself, Ben Shapiro made a fucking video talking about how the left is happy that this guy got shot, and it's saying, oh my god, the left, and he tore a new one. Ben Shapiro got absolutely ripped open by his own audience. Republicans and liberals alike, right and left alike, have come together effectively on this issue, and it is a beautiful thing. And it just shows how much of a hack Ben Shapiro really is, because he came out and he was talking about how, it's the left. The left is celebrating the death of this man, and it is awful. It is bad. When all reality, what it is a greedy corporate CEO who is deliberately profiting off of the death and the illness of other people. It is absolutely ridiculous. The American healthcare system is one of the most predatory systems that fucking exist. And Ben Shapiro posting an entire video talking about how it's just the left that's celebrating, and then his entire comment section of his own audience ripping him a new hole is amazing.
We're working very hard to provide as much support as we possibly can to Brian's family, to his wife, his 2 boys, his brother, and his mom. We're trying to make sure that they are protected from invasive media and also have the right security support. And they know that we will be there to support them through this and beyond.
You absolutely should make sure that the family has everything that they need, because they are not the fucking problem. You know, the children aren't the ones that caused this. It was you, Andrew. You and your company are the people who deliberately caused all of this suffering and amassed all this hate against you. So of course you're going to help his family, because it's in your best interest from your PR team. If you didn't have all this hate, you wouldn't give a single fuck about his family. I genuinely believe that, because you genuinely do not give a single fuck about the American people. You really don't, Andrew. You're genuinely, look at me, Andrew. Look at me. Look at me. You are a problem and a villain.
I'm acutely aware that this has a huge impact for everybody across the organization. And I just want to highlight a couple of areas that are important and I want everybody to be aware of, because it might be helpful for you. Whether Brian was a friend or a colleague or a mentor, your boss, or just somebody you happen to know the name of, the circumstances of his death are profoundly shocking and disturbing.
It's just very delusional, you know. It doesn't matter if there's more to that or not. So he's basically just completely out of touch. And this is completely out of pocket. Like, the PR here is insane. I think it would have been better if you didn't fucking say anything, honestly. I can't believe that you went out and actually, like, said all this crazy shit. Like, who are you trying to take advantage of here? The, like, elderly people who are just gonna believe whatever, you know. The mainstream media, right? So the mainstream media has done absolutely nothing but cover this story, giving 24-hour live updates and just everything. So the mainstream media is basically all of the media that the elderly will consume. And they consume it on a daily basis, whether it's CNN, whether it's Fox, it doesn't matter. And I know there's differences between the two. I do believe that there is a lot of working together. There's like an oligarchy kind of there, where it might be unspoken. It might be like an unspoken oligarchy. It might not be like an actual, like, they get together and they sit down and they fucking sacrifice a lamb or sacrifice a child. You know, I'm not that big of a conspiracy theorist. I think it's an unspoken oligarchy of financial success is what I believe it is. When mainstream media covers a story like this, like, heavily, they're trying to get support from the elderly, who are probably the main people who need a lot of medical care. So in order to continue having their insurance and having people get taken advantage of by the United Healthcare and United Health Group, they need to manipulate the minds of the people, their target group. So, I mean, I don't have health insurance for myself. I'll be honest with you. I don't have much insurance at all. I don't even have a freaking car right now. My water pump went bad on it, and I tried to fix it, and I had to literally, me and my dad and my grandpa, we had to lift the engine. We had to take the timing belt off, and we had to go literally underneath the engine and inside behind the timing belt to replace the part and remove basically everything. And putting it all back together, we tried to get the timing belt back on, and we butchered it, you know, at the end of it, and we did really good until we just didn't, and it sucks because it was a lot of really hard work, and then it's fucked, and now I'm $15,000 in debt. Fuck. But basically, long story short, there's a very heavily predatory system in with their own target audiences, and the pharmaceutical industry and just the healthcare industry in general, their main target audience is 100% going to be the elderly. So having mainstream media just completely cram this idea, because the mainstream media at the same time was like, oh my god, why did he do this? Even though it was very clear, it was very obvious why the shooter did this. Like, it was so incredibly obvious. And they're like, oh my god, like they're playing dumb. They're like, this is a bad guy, right? They're trying to say this is a villain, right? So they're trying to paint this image, which is fucking ridiculous. Just nobody fucking believes them, that this was some kind of evil villain killing an honorable CEO who's just trying to help people. And it's a load of baloney. And Andrew Whitty is a load of baloney. Very strange that he came out and said these things. I think these statements were really stupid. I think he's just really stupid. That's all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for more. Leave a comment down below how you feel about Andrew Whitty, CEO of United Health Group. Thank you.
Complete.